circle. You guys took notes home that I gave you. It should be in your little pouch. I want you to review those notes, and it is very important that you memorize the formulas. Okay, so let's just go over it very quickly. The measurement around the circle is called the circumference. Okay, then every circle has a middle point. The measurement between the middle point and the edge of the circle is called a radius. Okay, now the whole entire line that crosses from one side to the other is called a diameter. Okay, so the radius is going to be half of the diameter. So the radius is just half point. The diameter is the whole line that crosses through. Okay, so this whole thing is a diameter. This whole thing is a diameter, but just from here to here, it's radius. From here to here is radius. From here to here is radius, and so on. You get the point. Okay, now anything that has to do with a circle, only circles, you're always going to use the measurement pi. And pi equals 3.14, and that's something that you just have to remember. All right, so now let's look at the formula for finding the circumference. Okay, if you want to find the measurement of the circumference, you're going to get the radius. Okay, you're going to get the radius. You're going to double it. You're going to multiply it by 2. Bloom, bloom. Okay, so radius, multiply it by 2, and then multiply it by pi, and that is going to give you the circumference. Okay, so if you just have the radius, that's what you're going to do. It's radius times 2, because you need the whole thing. Radius times 2 times pi is going to give you the circumference. Okay, now if they give you the whole entire diameter, if what they're giving you is the diameter, then it's even easier. If they're giving you diameter, then it's circumference equals the diameter times pi. And that's it. Okay, because radius times 2 is the same thing as diameter. All right, now we know what is a circumference. Now we're going to find what is the area. The area is all of this stuff inside. Okay, now with the area, you do need the radius. Okay, so if you have the radius, this is going to be your formula. So to find the area of a circle, you're going to get pi, because remember, for all the circles, you're going to need that little pi, which is 3.14. That's what you're going to put in your calculator, times the radius square. Now remember, square is not times 2. Okay, it is times itself. So if r is 5, then it's not going to be 5 times 2. It's going to be 5 times 5. Okay? Be careful that you do not mix that up. Now, sometimes they try to trick you and they're not going to give you the radius. This is the formula, and there is no change to this formula. But sometimes they're going to give you the whole entire diameter. If they give you the diameter, let's say the diameter is 10, then that's easy. You're like, well, hold on a second. I need the area. And this is my formula. I don't have D here. I need the R. Well, then it's easy for you to say, well, if the diameter is 10, then the radius is 5, because it's half of it. So that's how you can figure it out. And then at that point, you go A equals 3.14. You just plug everything. 5 squared. And then 5 squared is 5 times 5, which is 25. And then 3.14, and you put that in the calculator, and you get your answer. And that is your area. Easy peasy, okay? So you have to memorize the formula for area, and you need to memorize the formula for circumference, okay? And that's going to be in the test tomorrow, in the quiz tomorrow. I'm going to do a couple of the homework ones for you, and I'm not going to do the whole thing, okay? I want you first, if you have not started your homework, go ahead and grab it. Go to page 195. I hope this is the one I gave you. Yeah, 195. If this is not the page I gave you, because I had like 6 sheets, then just look at what I'm doing, okay? And then you can apply it. first of all, I want you to read the directions carefully. Okay, the first thing you're ever going to do as soon as you see find the area. If I know I'm finding the area, I'm going to go ahead and somewhere in here, I'm going to put the formula of area. So go ahead and recall what your formula of area is. And it's area equals radius square times pi. Or the other way around, it doesn't matter. Area equals pi times radius square. Okay, doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Okay, now they're saying find the area of each circle to the nearest tenth. Use 3.14 for pi. So they're even telling you what pi is, which I want you to remember. So if the radius is 6, you're just going to stick the 6 in here. This is 3.14. You're just plugging, okay? And then you say, what is 6 squared? Well, 6 squared is 6 times 6, which is 36. And then you're just going to multiply in your calculator 3.14 times 36, and that's going to give you your answer. I do not have a calculator. I want this to be fast. I think you can get that answer, okay? So go ahead and get that answer. Let's do number 4. Okay, so that's number 1. Let's do number 4. In number 4, same thing. We're looking for the area. I want you to go ahead and put your formula. Area equals pi times radius square. But look, they're giving you the diameter. So if the diameter is 14, then what is your radius? Well, the radius is going to be half of that. And half of 14 is 7. So you're going to plug it in. 7 square. And then plug in for pi 3.14. 7 square is 7 times 7. And 7 times 7 is 49. 3.14. Boom. Done. And that's your answer. 3.14 times 49. Use a calculator. That's it, guys. There is nothing difficult about this. The only thing I'm going to tell you, in something like this, use a calculator, right? 7.4 is the radius. If you're going to square that, you're not going to be able to do that in your head. Just type in your calculator 7.4 times 7.4. That's it. And then times 3.14. Okay, now, on another page, it's going to ask you to practice the circumference. As soon as you see circumference, you need to recall what is my formula for circumference. So look at the directions carefully. And you should remember that it's circumference equals pi. All the circles have everything to do with pi times radius times 2. Not the power of 2 times 2. Okay? Or if it's the diameter, then the diameter is going to take over this, and it's going to be C equals pi times diameter. All right, so let's do number 3. In number 3, they're giving you the whole entire diameter. Okay, so you could use this. That's going to be easy. So you just put 3, because that's the diameter, times pi, which is 3.14. Put that in the calculator, and it's going to give you your circumference. Let's look at number 5. In number 5, they're giving you the radius. So simple. You radius times 2. Okay, so radius is 3 times 2 times 3.14. Okay, 3 times 2 is 6 times 3.14. Put that in the calculator. 3.14 times 6, and that's going to be your answer. So the only thing you have to be careful about is remembering your formulas. Once you remember your formulas, you're going to be okay. Okay, so that's that. Remember circumference. This is the formula. And area is, because it's a more space, it's the one that is like this. All right. That's it, guys. This is simple. Let's do just one word problem. Okay, just so you don't get so scared of word problems, because they're not much more, they're not difficult. A circular patio. So remember what I've told you about word problems. Go ahead and make pictures. So this is a circular patio, has a diameter. Now we know what a diameter is. This is the diameter. Has a diameter of 35 yards. What is the circumference of the patio? So what is the circumference? They want to know the circumference. So as soon as you know they want to know the circumference, let's put, what is my formula? Circumference equals pi times 2 times radius, or circumference equals pi times diameter. Well, here they're giving me the diameter, okay? What is the circumference of the patio? Use 22/7 for pi. This is going to confuse you because they're telling you that pi is 22/7. Well, guess what? 22/7 is the same thing as 3.14, okay? So don't let them confuse you. And it's telling you just use that as pi. So here you're going to put 22/7. The diameter is 35 equals C. Okay, now you could use the calculator and just say, 3.14 times 35. But since they're doing this to you, I want you to remember, how do you multiply fractions? Well, you put a 1 underneath and you multiply this way and you multiply this way. So 22 times 35, I'm not doing it, guys. Use a calculator. 22 times 35 goes up here and 7 times 1 goes up here. And then for you to get that whole number, you just enter this number divided by 7 and you get that whole number. But they're just trying to confuse you. But remember, 22/7, if you divide it, put your decimal up, 3 times 7 is 21, 1, add a 0, 7 goes into 1 time, 1 times 7 is 7, 3, add a 0, 4 times 7 is 28, and it's going to keep on. See, 22/7 is the same thing as 3/14. Now, these people, they just love to confuse my beautiful students. All right, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Please study, study, study. Thank you.